This episode of Off the Job Podcast is sponsored by FlexiGas.
Right, welcome back to another episode of Off the Job. This is the first episode of season 7.
Who are you?
I'm Keiran.
And I'm Pete.
This is Pete. We've got a very special guest today. We've got Ian from IRB Heating. IRB Heating.
That's the one.
Yeah, got it right.
I've only known him like 5 years.
When did we first meet?
Oh, mate, I actually don't know. It's years.
When did you two first meet?
Five? Yeah, it must be.
Yeah, 4 or 5 years
Probably
ago.
around that same sort of we met, like 2021,
more than
2020.
likely. Yeah, but we
when
didn't.
it was in Coventry.
We didn't meet in Install. I've already told you that. We met at Dartford.
Still
Did you
need
go
to
to the
look at
Dartford
that.
thing? You didn't go to his Dartford thing, did you?
What was the Dartford thing?
Oh shit! You didn't invite me.
This was like 2021.
Bleep that C word. I've noticed that you've been a bit sparse on not bleeping C words lately.
Don't say it.
No, that event was like a trade apps launch thing.
Yeah.
No, that was 2021. I don't think Ian was there.
No.
I can't remember.
All the other guys were.
But anyway.
Well, not all the other guys.
How you been, mate? What's
All right.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Keeping busy, doing bits, coming on podcasts, you know.
Podcast, yeah.
Podcasts? Who else have you been on?
Can't tell you, mate.
Oh,
Top
right.
secret.
Top secret.
Top secret.
Been in the game for a long time.
A proper one. A proper heat. A serious one. Not this one.
No
This is the
water.
fun one, though, isn't it?
No filter.
No filter.
So have you always been a gas engineer
Been like
from
my
when you left
boilers.
school? I'm trying to be serious then.
Have I what?
Have you always been in the trade industry since you left school?
Yeah. I pretty much, when I first started, there was like, I had a small little section when I did something else. I actually did a bit of like electrical stuff when I very first started.
Oh,
I know.
I thought that's
but-
no good.
Yeah, but that was like electrical motors. So you know, like motors that drive pumps and fans and stuff like that. Inside they got windings and stuff.
I used to work in that.
That's what I used to do.
I used to work in a factory making yellow box transformers and all that sort of
Did
stuff.
you?
And stuff with BT.
It's not about you, mate.
I'm just saying. It's relatable, isn't it? Fucking hell. We're trying to find talking points here.
That's it. But yeah, no, I did that for a while. Must have been, I don't know, 16, 17. It was after school, and then, but it was kind of like I went to the same place every day, and I was like, oh, I don't like it. You know, being like just went into the same place, sat at the same desk.
Clock watching.
Yeah, and it was quite interesting, and I enjoyed it, but I was like, no, I've got a bit itchy with that.
Did you make transformers?
What,
Like little
Off the
transformers? Yeah. The robots in disguise.
Yeah.
Did you make like little
It
transformers?
was mainly things like just motors for like pumps.
Oh, it was
and
mainly motors and
fans
stuff.
Yeah. So they've got like coils inside,
Yeah.
wire coil windings. They call
So
them.
did you? Yeah, because I used to do that on a winding machine. Did you? Is that where
I nearly
you?
had a very bad accident on that winding machine.
You could get your hands caught up in it and
It
everything.
snagged and it pulled me in.
Yeah.
And honestly, I was on my own as well. And you have a moment and you think, oh my God, that could have been so bad.
Do you know what I mean? I had one of them when I was in my foot because I used to have a pedal
It's a
on
foot
it.
pedal and
Yeah.
this machine just goes.
That's it. But what happened with mine? You know, you got the desks and they've
Yeah.
got the bar. Like, what happened? The foot pedal got stuck under the bar at the bottom.
Oh, mate.
So, and I was looking at it. I was pressing stop manually.
Yeah.
But it just kept going, and it's going like that. And I'm going, fucking hell, what's it? And my mates looked at me. And I looked under and I realised that the pedal was stuck under the thing. I pulled it out, and
Yeah.
everyone in the shop was looking at me like I'm some sort of dick. Which is right, but
If you was that age again,
Yeah.
would you be a gas engineer?
Yeah.
Or would you try something else?
No, I quite enjoy the industry. It's quite hard, isn't it? It can be tough, but I think it kind of suits me. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe carpentry and stuff. I might have an interest in something like that.
You're more like, you're quite precise then in your work. Because
try to
carpenters
be.
have got to be quite precise, depending on what you do, but you've got to be millimetre perfect. And
Yeah. But I quite like, just building stuff. So like anything really. I'd have to be in this kind of sector, whatever happened.
manual labour.
I think so. It's just kind of what engages my brain, kind
Yeah.
of thing. It's just the way I tick.
So how did you get into it? Through family member?
Well, so I think I did that at first job that we spoke about. I had another job where we done like catering equipment, restoring catering equipment. And the geezer was an absolute bellend. And honestly, just, one of them, anyway. And then I finished with that
Tell us
job.
about the bellend.
Oh, mate, it's just, just someone.
I don't know
I
about
sat in the
bellend.
van. I was like 16, 17 or whatever it was. And I just used to sit in the van and he used to just yap on and just talking about absolute nonsense all the time. And I just sat
Sounds
there.
like one of our podcasts.
And I was just like, like I had nothing to even come back and say. I was just like, mate, everything you're saying is nonsense. And it's have you made that up as well? Like, did that really happen? And I just sat there and I'm like, and yeah. Anyway,
And if you questioned it at that age, it was obviously bollocks, wasn't it?
Oh mate, it was. I just had to get out of that job. So yeah, got out of that one, and then I think I sort of wasn't doing anything for a little bit, and then it was my mum. She said, "Right, I found you this like apprenticeship thing. Go and have an interview for that." And it was a place in Gants Hill, Training Trust it was called, and just went and had an interview there. That all went perfect. That was all good. They said, "Oh, you're exactly what we want, and we'll find you an employer." And I was like, "All right, that's cool, thanks." And then I said, "Oh, but I'm going on." I said, "I'm going on holiday. I had a boys' trip or something, planned to Tenerife or something," and kind of was really bad timing for it. But he went, "Don't worry, we'll sort it out. We'll find you somewhere." And to be fair, they did. They found me a local company from Romford. He drove to my house. I jumped in his van. We had an interview just in the front of the van, and that was it really. He gave me a job, and I've done
Interview in the front of a van.
Yeah.
Sounds dodgy, doesn't
Not
it?
in the back.
Right.
Watch out.
That was the second interview in the back.
Practical.
But we were saying earlier, like, most people just fall into jobs, don't they? Like
Yeah.
you did. Your mum got you an apprenticeship. It just
I fell into
Yeah, not
mine.
just falling
Yeah.
into-
Fell into plumbing.
Yeah, to be fair, I was lucky with that, and it was my mum, bless her, for just like giving me the push for that. But it's in my family as well, because my granddad was a plumber, and my uncle's a plumber. And when I done work experience, remember year 10 work experience at school, I went and done that with my uncle doing plumbing, and he said like, you ain't gonna be a plumber, because I think he done a lot of like plumbing, and I think we done some toilets and stuff, and I did not like the
Toilets.
dirty side of it, and he was like, "Yeah, you ain't this ain't for you, is it?"
You ain't gonna happen.
But then, yeah, as I say, I just found the apprenticeship and got into that, and yeah, I probably did fall into it really. It's got my mum to blame for it, so.
Yeah. My dad would always say, "You gotta get yourself a trade. Gotta get yourself a trade," and I'm like,
my mum pushed me to go to college to do a trade, electrics to start off with.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Not everyone, but
So what are you up to? You at the moment? So the industry is changing, isn't it? Are you following along with practices of the industry in that direction?
Well, I try to. When you say, are you talking about heat pumps?
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Yeah.
So I don't know. Like heat pumps has always been a bit of a mad thing for me, because it's not new. It's been about for ages, but it's being pushed more and more and more now. And I think like the reality of it, like I always thought I would know there'd come a day and I'd know, right, I need to go and do this now.
Yeah.
And I'm still like kind of,
Hesitant.
yeah, it's because like I'm still busy enough with what I normally do. So I kind of don't feel like I need to be doing
something
that.
new, yeah.
But at the same time, you've got to always think like, you don't want to be left behind, because if you don't get on it sort of at the right time, everyone else has already done it, and then you're sort of dragging along afterwards. So, and there's a lot of people that say, does it work? Is it right? I think there's tons and tons of factors to it.
Yeah.
And I don't really know what the right answers are, but I think like it does work.
Oh,
But
yeah.
It has to be
In the right environment.
in the right environments, the right situations. And I think for like people as well adopting it, like there's a lot of training that you're going to have to do. There's a lot of learning that you're going to have to do. It all takes time. And if you're training and learning and going on courses, you're not out earning normal money. So it depends what situation you're in, whether you can afford to do that or not. And there's lots to it.
Would you say there's like less training? I was thinking about like commercial gas.
Yeah.
Because from domestic commercial, it's quite a big jump. There's a lot to learn in commercial.
Yeah.
Do you reckon there's more to learn in commercial than like, say if you was a domestic gas engineer, and you wanted to go commercial or air source heat pumps, do you think there's more to learn in commercial gas or air source heat pumps? Is there loads
I think
to
there's
learn?
more. I think there's more worrying stuff to learn about in commercial gas
Yeah.
rather than the heat pump side of it. We
once
had
you've
John
done it, you know
Cruikshank
the
on here the other
system,
week,
yeah.
didn't we? And the amount of paperwork involved in air source heat pumps is insane.
Yeah.
Like if you're MCS, is it MCS?
Yeah.
It is insane.
I think that is still the biggest hurdle, isn't
Yeah.
it? That is what's stopping most people from doing it. It's
Yeah.
that because you can either, I think you, from what like I said, I'm not an expert on this or anything, but you can go MCS route, do all the accreditation yourself, and then you can do everything. Or you can sort of do it under an umbrella scheme, and then like whoever they are, they deal with everything.
Yeah.
And then you sort of go along and do the install, and they sign it all off. And
Yeah.
do all the guarantees and all the compliance and everything like that. But I still think even that people don't quite understand how to do it. So until there's like a clear pathway for just a normal engineer to follow easily, because let's be honest, we just want easy.
We just want to fill out a benchmark.
We just
Fuck
want
off, don't we?
You know, like I'm all for doing the job correctly and everything, but it's just like we're not really paperwork people as a general. I know some
Well,
people
we're
are.
not in here. We're digital in here.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. We don't want to do too much office stuff.
No.
So, but I think there is a lot of office stuff involved.
Time for a quick visit to the sponsor break room with FlexiGas.
FlexiGas, stainless steel pipework for gas installs. Bit of a switch up from the norm, innit?
Flexible, comes on a coil, and you can bend it by hand. Makes routing a bit less of a pain.
It's got a special fitting that you can attach earth bonding to, so no messing about with extra clamps.
Same concept as the older CSST gear, but this one's UK certified and made to speed jobs up.
Right, that's your break room done. Back to the episode.
That MCS is a good thing though, because they call it sort of, it's a barrier to entry, isn't it? So if they didn't have that,
Yeah.
anyone could go and do
Yeah,
it. So
yeah,
it's
yeah,
good
yeah.
it's hard to do, because
Yeah,
everyone will be doing it. There'd be, all sorts of mess.
yeah. I mean, I think you're still getting that anyway, because
Yeah,
I think
you'll still
there's
get-
a lot of like
You'll always
government
get it.
grant schemes that happen, isn't there?
Yeah.
And then there's companies that then go big, take advantage of the government grants, and then they'll just message me, you, everyone, and say, come and fit heat pumps. And then them ones, they end up just getting lashed in. And they haven't been designed correctly, they haven't been installed correctly, they're just not working properly. And because they're not working properly, they're not efficient.
But this is the thing. So how does the government calculate the net zero then?
Yeah.
If they've said, right, we're going to bang X amount of heat pumps in this year, yeah, and that will get us down to net zero. Well, how do you know that if they've not been installed properly?
Yeah.
It's like it's a bit of a weird phenomenon, I think. Like all this getting it down to net zero, and it's that like they've got to hit targets, so they're getting them, like you say, bashed in, lashed in. How do you measure that? How do you measure the success of it?
Yeah. Well,
You can't measure
I
you
think
can't
on that
measure
side of
success on
things-
numbers, can you?
No, you can't. But I think on that side of things, it's just they're just quantifying numbers, aren't they?
Yeah.
This is targets. We've done this many. But whether them, let's just say 1,000, have all been set up correctly and they're getting the right, I don't know what they call it, scop,
Yeah.
all of that. Whether they're getting the right numbers, that's a whole different thing.
Exactly.
But there's a lot of good people out there now that are installing them very, very well, and like they're very passionate as well about getting that system designed perfectly,
yeah.
I've
getting
seen
the
it, yeah.
system done properly, and like that's the good side of it. That's the thing we need to be focusing on, and it's just, I think they want more people doing it, but as you said earlier, it's got to be the right environment as well. Because I actually last week or whatever, I went on my first heat pump job, and that was another local company. They sort of said, like, if you want to come and we'll do it. And it was really interesting. Like, for me, it's learning because I haven't done that before. But the house we was doing it in was lovely. It was out in Essex, in the country, loads of space, loads of room outside. But then I sort of do always think, like, if I'm applying that to like where I live and the house is near where I am, how could I fit one of them in? Like, have we got room for a heat pump outside somewhere? Would it comply with all the clearances? If we need if you've got to get a cylinder inside,
Yeah.
is there space for a cylinder inside?
Is it a conservation area? because you can't have them in conservation areas because of the actual volume of what it gives out in decibels. Even that sort of thing as well, to me, is like it's sort of like a what's the word? They're trying to say we're trying to save the planet, but then these things are a decibel too loud and you can't have it. What?
Yeah.
It's like anything like old buildings, isn't it? Old buildings are under like a sort of act, isn't they? Where you can't touch them. Yeah. What do they call it? Listed. They're listed buildings, but they're fucking wasting heat.
Yeah.
But that's all right for that building, isn't it? It's all right for that building to give out 38 kilowatts and just lose it like that, like a heat loss of 38, 40 kilowatts. But that's all right for that building because it's listed. What?
Yeah, but you've got to protect the beauty of the country as well. Them old beautiful buildings, they've got to be protected.
Well, you either want.
Otherwise, you end up with loads of crappy new builds.
Well, you got that anyway,
Yeah.
ain't you? You've got that anyway. There's towns just popping up everywhere, all like toy towns everywhere, isn't they?
Yeah.
Like, you got to protect them, but you either what's to say you can't put in a window that is like replicates what the old one looks like, but is saving like energy going out of it. What's stopping you putting like things inside the building to stop if the outside looks?
I think you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to pay a lot of fucking money.
You do have to pay a lot of money, but you're paying for that privilege.
So you've been working for yourself for 13 years, which is a long time.
Yeah.
Around 13 years.
Yeah, coming up to 14, I think now.
You must have faced some challenges then along the way. Like, how did you kick off the business? Did you always want to work for yourself? Yeah, like, how did you get started?
Not at all. It was never. I mean, I think you guys know me. I'm quite just
Laid
chill.
back, and he's late in here today. So what time's he coming in?
Obviously, going to be an
If you follow
on-time
Ian,
tradesman or
you
a
know
late
that
tradesman.
you probably don't start work until 11, 12 o'clock a lot of days.
I work till late though. I still put in the hours.
Yeah.
Just a different. My time shift is different.
He's got his hair to dry.
Yeah, that's it, mate. It takes time. It takes time. But no, it was never really in my plan to work for myself. I was quite happy being employed. I had a good company that I worked for. I've got on really well with my old boss. We used to argue a bit every now and then about certain things, but I think that was quite healthy because we sort of actually had a little argument and then cleared it, and then we was good to go. But I worked for them for I think 10 years, and then I think it was, when was it, 2011, something like that. Like, well, the recession had happened and it had been going on for a little while, and he'd done loads of like council contract work, and he kind of put all of his eggs in that one basket. And when the recession come along, the councils cut all the budgets, and then he realised he had nothing left. And there used to be, I think, maybe 12 of us on the firm, and I think he kept it all the way down to me and one other guy. And then he just said, "Hey, I can't do it anymore." And like, I was like, "Fair play, you've given it a good run." But after that, I got like a 10-year redundancy or something, which was, I can't remember how much it was now, but it worked out. It was enough for me to just go and buy an old second-hand van.
Yeah.
And then I just went and set up a company.
Did you look for jobs before that? You just thought, give it a go on your own?
No, I just thought, right, this is it then now. Let's just do it. Just thought I'd just get a van. I'll start, pick a name and just go and do it. But
What should I think of?
What should I
IRB.
think of? What's my name?
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, very creative. But like once again, but like, I remember at the time, like my mum obviously who got me the original apprenticeship. Like she was like worried. She was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
How are you?" And I said, "Look, don't worry about it. It's on it. I promise you, it will all be fine."
How old was you then when you started it?
14 years ago. So I'm 40 now. So what's that? 26, 27.
Yeah, so it's a young age really to start.
Yeah, well,
It's a good age.
yeah, it was all right.
Yeah.
It was all right, but yeah, I was never worried about it. But it was obviously it's very different, and
You learn a lot more, didn't you?
you do learn a lot more. And as well, when you work for someone, there's so much that you don't understand because you never have to think about it.
No.
You don't have to do it. You just, like my boss, literally, this is what worked so perfect for me. He would text me the night before an address, and the next morning I'd get up late and and just go to that address. And then when I got there, there'd be, I'd ring him and he would say, "Oh, there's a boiler, there's that, do this, and I just do it and then get it done and go home. And that was it. That was as complicated as it was. Like, I knew how to do the job.
Yeah.
But I didn't have to worry about anything else. There was a little bit of paperwork, like commissioning.
There's no stress, is there, when you're working for someone?
No, it's
Well,
very...
there is stress, but it's less.
Yeah, you got it's different. It's a different kind of stress, isn't it? It's like you can get stressed out of it. Like when I work for a company, well, I've never actually worked for a company. I always subbed off companies.
Okay.
Same sort of thing, same company for years and years, loopholes, etc. And you can do it.
Yeah.
But in the end, like if you're working under foreman and that, you will get stressed with workload that they put on you. If you're effectively a self-employed agent,
Yeah.
and their workload that puts on you, that's different kind of stress to getting stressed with somebody who's in charge of you and pushing you, as opposed to you having to find work and knowing when the phone's going to ring in it. It's a different kind of stress. But you sound like exactly the same sort of thing as me. Company ran out of work for me. I had to go out on my own, and that was it. Didn't have a redundancy though, because I was self-employed.
Yeah.
So it was a case of just going straight out on it.
Yeah. I mean, it worked out well, really, in the end. And, you know, I like the way it all went because I learned a lot. I learnt loads by being employed by a company and working, like, I think there was at one point like 6 different teams. So like when I was apprentice, I might jump on with them. And like I learned how they did it. I learned how they did it. And then I learned, you know, and then I thought, oh, I like the way they do that. I don't really like the way they do that. But you can pick up lots of different things, good habits, bad habits, and just see how different people work. And I think that's really valuable.
I think working on your own though will also stretch your like abilities to learn. Do you know what I mean, yourself? Because you've got to then figure it out for yourself. Instead of like asking someone on site or whatever, you'll go, I've got a problem here.
Yeah.
Now I'll either look it up myself or I try and get round it, and you learn ways on the job sort of thing. So where I was doing the same sort of work, flat bashing, etc. When I got out and the thing, it'd be like, you know, it sounded like a simple enough job, shower pump.
Yeah.
I'd never done one before.
Yeah.
I was like, I've got my shower pump in there. Right, okay.
Yeah,
How does that work?
you
Do
pick
you know what I mean?
the wrong type of shower.
exactly.
shower
Yeah,
pump
yeah.
in,
So
and
you
different types for the vessels.
There is learning, but you will make yourself educate yourself, and especially with the like introduction to YouTube and stuff like that, you will look it up and go, oh right, okay, never done that before. Let's have a look, and you can find it. It's right there at your palms of your fingers, isn't it? So then you're then applying that skill inside your own jobs and learning from that.
Especially
Might not be
with
right
breakdown.
all the time though, because you're
Yeah.
like, do you know what I mean? You're
I
taking
mean,
second-hand
You've
information.
got to
a lot of
remember,
time.
we're lucky now because we do have
Yeah,
internet.
we didn't have that back when I
didn't
was.
have
Yeah,
that back then. Like, you know, we're sounding proper old now, but we didn't have that back then. It just wasn't really a thing. So now there's so much info available. Like if you are on your own now, you can find answers. It was a lot more difficult before.
yeah,
So yeah, but like you would have to get on the phone to the manufacturers.
exactly.
and,
Yeah,
how'd you do this? And then book onto their training and
mate,
you know.
I was on the phone at 10 o'clock. Well, I was on the job till 10 o'clock at night, and I was phoning manufacturers of a bloody relay company, trying out to work out how to put a relay in. Like obviously I weren't qualified on that, but they were telling me how to do it, and I was putting relays in for like this underfloor system for an old oil boiler, etc. Because like back feed and all that, and you learn it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you come away from the job and you think, actually, I sort of got away with it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I've done it. I mean, I think the house is still standing.
Have you ever tried to take on an apprentice or wanted to? Because it's not easy on your own, is it? Every day.
So when I worked for a firm, I used to have apprentices,
Same here, yeah.
and I had a very mixed experience with that. So it was like, it felt like 1 in 10 was good.
Shit.
Good, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, 1 in 10 was good because like a lot of them, they just came through because they needed to do something. And then every now and then you got one that wanted to do it. And when they wanted to do it, it was night and day, like what they done. And like, I'll never forget it. I just had this one job and I had this young apprentice, this really tall, lanky fella. And, you know, like, obviously you're doing a job and like, I don't want to do that. So, right, you're the apprentice, you get in, you do that. And it was just like, I think I had to cut in a tea under a kitchen sink or something like that. But you know, when the pipes are all really tight and it's awkward and you're on your back. And so I said, right, get in there, cut that pipe, we'll put a tea in. He sort of got under there and just funnied about a bit. And then he just got out. I said, done it? He went, no. I went, what do you mean, no? He went, no. I said, why not? I said, you going to do it? He went, no. And I went, what do you mean, no? He went, well, if I can't do it, you're going to do it anyway. So, and I said, get out, mate, gone.
Yeah.
And that was it. Rang up, I said, he's done. I said, he's not working with me again.
No.
Yeah.
And I just was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Mad.
I went through a number of apprentices, but because I advertised for my own apprentices,
Yeah.
like because I was self-employed, I just put a note in the local rag, or I put it in the shop window and all that. And the number of the ones I got come through, one of them turned out to be really good. He was a really great one for me. Like I got really lucky with him. I had a go at him within his first week and never had a problem with him again.
Yeah.
And then I had a number of others come through, and I remember one of them, he had Tourette's.
Yeah.
Right, and it was like I didn't realise the geezer was massive.
Yeah,
like, he was huge. No, it ain't a joke. Right? It's true, right? Anyway, I'm working away, and all of a sudden he's in there with an old boy in the front room, and I can hear him going fucking like and I was thinking, oh shit, and I'm like, nah,
Yeah.
and I don't want to be like. But it's uncomfortable, isn't it? You can't help it. It's uncomfortable if you don't know. And the old boy don't know, maybe, that he's got Tourette's. He's just got this young lad who's massive, towering over him, going, fucking come, fucking like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I phoned my mate up back at the thing. I went, this lad, I said he's got Tourette's.
Yeah.
Like,
Did you know before?
because I was only putting him on a trial in the morning,
Yeah.
right? Sounds bad, doesn't it? Like, it really sounds bad. I'm going controversial, but it's fucking true, right? I don't get
Swearing at your customers
it's
already.
yeah. And I was like, you can't be like nowadays. You can't be like what's the word? You can't be discriminative. Yeah. I'll tell you where I was on this, right?
Yeah.
Because I phoned my mate up and I said, listen, this lad that was coming to help me today, I went, he's only got Tourette's, isn't he? He's swearing in the front room while matey's in there. And my mate's, oh, fucking hell, he's gone, get him down here. Get him down here. I went, oh, no. My mates were murder as well, do you know what I mean? Like, they were like rabid. I was like, I can't have it. Anyway, we've gone to the cafe and sat down with him. And he's getting his Twitch and all that on while I got him breakfast and all that. He's going, you've probably noticed like that. He goes, I've got Tourette's, but he goes, I've sort of got it under control. And I'm thinking, you ain't really though, have you? It's not. I know it sounds hard.
Honestly,
but we just talk truth on it, bruv. We're unfiltered.
poor old boy, isn't it? Like,
We're unfiltered on here, right?
Yeah.
We're unfiltered, but this is the state of the play it was. Do you know what I mean? And at the time, I was discriminative, I guess. But what I didn't want to do was bring him more so, not for the old boy or the customers. It was more for the fact of bringing them into the pack of fucking wolves that was on my company. I didn't want that for the lad. Do you know what I mean? So when he texted me up for, I went, mate, I said, I've got a few more to have a look at because I had some more coming in. I'll tell the truth. That's what it was. You shouldn't discriminate, but sometimes you got to protect people as well. Do you know what I mean? Because I knew the environment that I worked in was fucking savage. We're talking like 13, 14 years ago. Do you know what I mean? It was savage. And longer than that, maybe 15, 16 years ago. So I didn't want that lad to take shit on my firm. Not my firm, but on the firm that I subbed off of. Do you know what I mean?
To be fair, it was a bit different, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's
Massively
not the same
different.
as it is now.
Massively different.
Like apprenticeships and going through stuff. But
I wouldn't get away with that. It was unofficial. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like I'd hired him from a company or got him from an agency or anything like that. It was just off his own free will. He'd seen my advert and whatever, he'd come in. But
So you never tried an apprentice then? After the experience you've had?
Well, no, it's like I said, that was the one I said there was a bad experience, and there was a few of them, but there was a few that was good as well, and it does give you hope. And then obviously I was an apprentice, so really I should be, repaying that. But it's more of a personal thing, I think, for me, that like it's just me at the moment. All I've got to worry about is me. So if all of a sudden I've got an apprentice, I'm sure it will help with my work and everything, but then all of a
More
sudden
responsibility,
I'm
innit?
responsible
You're
for someone
stressing-
else.
You can't turn up later than the apprentice.
Well, this is what I mean. Like, it's like you laugh,
Get him a
but
brush your hair, though,
the
could
trick
you?
I could do, right?
get the oil dryer off the van.
That's it. Bait it up
PCB?
for
No.
me. Go and give me a hairband. But It's true. Like, it's like if I did want to have a morning off, or if I wanted to go and do something, I've got the freedom at the moment to do anything I want. But if I did have someone else, that freedom has kind of
To be fair,
away.
right, I think apprentices should go on big firms,
Yeah.
shouldn't they? I think it's going to be easier for an apprentice to start on a big firm and get in with a big firm who can apply that, like, you know, monetary value into him and that, and time. Yeah. Because, like you say, we're on our own.
Yeah.
Like we haven't got, man, we ain't got time to teach them. You know what I mean? At the same time, like, how long can we take to do jobs sometimes on our own?
I know, yeah.
Let alone try and tell an apprentice how to flux an elbow up at the same time as trying to hang a boiler or whatever. It's not easy. So I think apprentices are better off on big firms, aren't they? That's my opinion anyway.
So going back to, like, you talking about 13, 14 years ago, one question that popped to my head was the money side of things.
Yeah.
How much would, like, if you can remember or know, how much would a boiler service be back then? I'm just trying to think.
This
like,
is one of our questions a lot, isn't it?
But I'm just trying to think, like, as the price increase, like, what's been the rate of price increase since you started to now?
Can I just add something here?
Yeah.
You realise this is Kieran's clickbait question.
Oh, is it?
It keeps coming to my head.
gonna
now.
kick off.
It keeps coming to my head now, but not like to
Yeah.
speak about money, but just.
Well,
no, I'm actually interested to say 13 years ago, this is how much, like, a boiler
Like, I
service
can't
was.
really remember, but I think when I first started, obviously,
50
I didn't
quid a
really
service.
know how much.
To
I had no
charge,
idea how
yeah.
much I should be charging. I wasn't VAT registered or nothing like that. So I think I used to do it for like 60 quid when I very first started. Something like that. 60 quid.
Yeah, I'm
50,
just
60
thinking
quid,
in
I think
term-
it was. Yeah, my mate is doing for 50 quid. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just thinking in terms of, like, over the years, with any job, like, have the prices increased enough and stuff like that? Yeah.
But I've bumped it up again because of that. It's like you realise I talked to a few people on socials, and
What are you?
what now?
Yeah, for a Valent for boiler service.
90 plus.
VAT.
90 plus VAT, so 108 it comes out at.
I'm 130.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
What's that, including or plus?
That's what. Well, I ain't VAT registered.
Oh, okay.
I'll start below that threshold. I'm
'Cause if you look at it 13
I'm
years
130
ago,
quid plus parts.
Plus parts, yeah,
Yeah.
always plus parts.
so if you think 13 years ago, if you break it down, say if it was 60 quid,
Yeah.
another 30 quid is not a lot over 13 years. And people moan about how expensive
That's
stuff
why I'm
is,
130.
Yeah.
and,
I think you got to be 100 plus now on any in any service, gas related service on a
Yeah.
boiler. It's got to be 100 plus.
Because I think this is actually a really interesting thing. And I ran a thing on this on my socials, and like I got so many engagement on
Varied.
it. But it was
you
like
need
I
to
done
stop
a
mentioning about the clickbait, because I'm actually asked these questions. It's not clickbait.
Clickbait. Cut the clickbait.
No, but it's conversation people
I
are
know,
talking
I'm
about.
taking a joke of it, you
Yeah.
fucking moron. What are you wrong with
But I think I ran a poll, and I think I actually done a whole post on it, and I put all the results on there, like so it's got everyone's replies, and it varied massively.
Yeah.
Like it was, bearing in mind, it should be a very everyone should be charging very similar price.
Yeah.
They don't. It's massively varied. I know, like there's the whole location argument, like if you're in London or if you're out somewhere else.
Shouldn't really matter, should it? Doing the same job.
Yeah, but it's just like, it does make you think about it, and then I did think as well. I thought, blimey, because I realised that I had a mental block on it myself, where I was like, I wanted to keep it under £100, so I was like, I had to do. I think I was doing 80 quid. I think I had to do 80 quid plus VAT, and that worked out as £96. And mentally, to me, it's under 100 quid. People be all right paying that. And then I sort of thought, and I spoke to a few people, and I thought, no, that's it, I've got to do it. So I just went from 80 to 90. It's not a huge jump, but it then took it over that 100. And honestly, no one batted an eyelid. No one said anything.
I think every year should increase a little bit, because
Yeah.
otherwise you get to a point where you ain't done it for a few years. You're like, I'm behind here, but then
Yeah.
to jump it up 20 quid.
I used to be
it's-
80, 90 quid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think, no, mate.
Yeah.
You're look at gas safe registration fees now.
Yeah.
They've jumped
Yeah.
massively.
Yeah.
Yeah. The ACS and all that's jumping up money in it all the time.
I reckon at least 5% a year, 5 to 10% a year.
Yeah, so I think I sort of done it like in £5 increments. Like
Yeah.
every year or 2 years or whatever. Like, bearing in mind if I said I started at 60 or whatever that was, and then I'm up to 90 now, it's like you said, that's quite mad really to think of
When
it.
you
It's
actually look at it
30
like
quid
that,
over
yeah.
13 years or something. But
The way I look at it is you want to work. I'd rather do 2 boiler services a day
oh yeah,
than 3 for the same money.
absolutely, yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
Because 2 boiler services a day for me now, happy days.
Yeah.
You know? And it's not overly bearingly hard, is it? You got your diesel to pay, fucking go there, ain't you?
Yeah.
Wear and tear on your van, insurance is gas safe. It all runs in, and I think that's a fair price, 130 quid for any.
So when you say 130, is that just for any service, or
No,
do you
I'm
do
specifically saying a Valen.
But do you do like standard service, full service?
No, that's a full service.
That's a full
Valen
service.
full strip down, 130 quid. If I was to do,
See, I'm 150 plus that plus parts for a full service.
oh, see,
okay.
right.
Because
I got you.
that takes longer. There's more involved.
Yeah. So that's not bad then. What
I'm
you
going to
charge.
put my prices up.
But that's what I mean. It's because some people, I've had this online as well, argue like service is service, just have a price. But like stripped down, depending on which boiler you're doing, but let's say a Valen,
Yeah.
keep it. You only have to do that on like every 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So
I say 3.
yeah, fair enough.
Oh, what, full strip down
Full
every
strip.
4 to 5?
Yeah, because if you were doing that every year,
Replacing the seal every year
there's
is
no
20
need.
quid, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. There's absolutely no need. And on a Valen, you have to change the seal if you
Yeah.
open it. So, like, I know on other boilers, some other boilers, you don't have to. But yeah, you don't have to do it. And if you did it every year, you're wasting your time because you open it up and it's spotless.
Yeah.
So, like, what's the point? Like, you don't need to do that. So that's why I have the differential, like,
I state
standard
it, yeah.
service, full
Interim
service.
service, yeah.
Don't they say it's based off readings though?
A lot of do, but they can be misleading.
Yeah.
They can
Some
be
of them
misleading.
readings are high, aren't they?
Yeah. Different boilers, different...
You get a gauge of what the inside of a heat exchange looks like when you look at the condense, can't you? You can have a look at it and see. Well, I went to a Valen the other week and I thought, it's an interim. It was about 3-year-old.
Yeah.
And I thought, looked at the condense, I thought, it's clear. There's nothing running through. It's not that bad. I said, I'll do a full strip down next year as it's 3 years old. So I left it at 4.
Yeah.
And the glowworms as well are the same, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah. Alley heat exchangers and stuff.
Shit, they are, aren't they? Alley heat exchangers.
Yeah, I'm not particularly a fan.
No. It's like the Logics.
prefer.
Logics, I'll service for 100 quid. Full strip down on them because they're that easy. They're not hard to do, are they? Do you know what
So
I mean?
yeah, I had another. That was another one on my page talking about ideal logics because I was like, where does everyone fall on that? Because like exactly what you've just said, because they take them apart. I'm like, well, we're taking it apart. So is it a standard service or is it a full service? And then if it's a standard, are you just charging standard? Or if it's full, or on an ideal logic, do you sort of fall somewhere in the middle? Which is kind of where I am with a logic because you don't have to replace the seals.
No.
You have to look at them and make a judgment.
Conscious decision. You do
Which I think is...
you do a sweep test on
Yeah.
it, but them Logics, they'll let you have spills.
Yeah.
They'll let you
I've
have
heard about
30. They'll let you have 30 ppm within the box. I think it is something like that on a brand new seal as well.
that. Yeah. Which is very strange.
Are you good at keeping up to date with like the services then, like getting them booked in and not relying on your customer? So like you
Yeah.
install a boiler, you remind them to...
Yeah, they get reminders. So they contact me, I book it in, and generally it works quite well. But the thing I always struggle about is like trying to find the right time because I don't know what you guys are like. I don't like running a solid diary because if you book in weeks and weeks of work, right, you've got to be there on that day, you've got to do that at that time, you've got to be there, blah, blah, blah. And then all it takes is one job to mess up or one emergency to come through and it kind of throws everything out and then you're ringing up everyone, can we really chat, blah, blah, blah. So I try to keep my diary a bit more flexible. But then, yeah, and then I just go, oh, yeah, I'll do that on that day, I'll do that on that day. But yeah, I don't know, it's a bit weird. I use like Apple just iCalendar or whatever.
Because you could pencil it in for the next year, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Like, it can be like you could say to the customer, like, do you want me to pencil in the date next year?
That terrifies me, the thought of
Does it?
that. Yeah, I can't deal with that. Just like knowing in a year's time.
What
I
about
need
the
to
people? Do you know the people who, what about this? You ain't ever do this, do you? I'll fit your boiler and I'll give you the first year free service.
No, I
I can't understand why people would do that myself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think I've done that once,
Yeah.
and then I realised it wasn't a good idea.
No, you turned up that next year, done the job, and then you've realised, like you've probably
Been paid
factored
for it,
that
yeah.
in or whatever.
Last year,
But that was last year, and like I'm here now working for nothing.
yeah.
It doesn't make sense. I can't do things like that.
I was just thinking about insurance. Because I've never had to use insurance. Have you ever had to use insurance from a mistake?
Yeah.
Touch word. Where's the word? I can't say that. No.
I have.
Have we heard it?
I don't know. I don't think you have actually.
Go on then.
I was on a job, not far from us actually, and I put in a Tradesman
Yeah.
100 Vitridens, and I was putting it to the outside of the house in an outhouse, and I run pipework outside under the fucking concrete and all that, and
Yeah.
back in. But my thing was, I was wanting to pressurise the system,
Okay.
and I didn't think on how to get the feed to it. Right, it's a bit complicated this, because what I did was I reused.
It's going to be a quick story, yeah?
Yeah, wait, no. I reused the old cold feed into the system as a filling line from the main upstairs in the loft.
Yeah.
Yeah. So but I wanted the filling loop downstairs still, but I used that old feed to the system
Yeah.
as the mains fill still.
Right.
So I took out the header tank and put the main directly onto the old cold feed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You up with your
But I
water
needed a
exit?
double check valve,
Yeah.
and I didn't have one.
All right.
But I found one in the bottom of my van, and it was a push fit one.
Yeah.
And I thought, brass with plastic, you know,
Yeah.
them ones. That was my mate Mickey's. He gave me all his stock like 5 years ago. I still got one in there, did I? Bang, bang, put it on. Yeah. 2 weeks later, got water coming through my ceiling.
Oh dear.
Done the whole house.
Oh no.
It snapped. The actual plastic on it snapped, and it's done. It's gone through the bedroom, through the fucking
Oh mate.
downstairs. It's done the ceiling.
Yeah.
House wasn't particularly great.
No.
There was like threadbare carpet.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I ended up having to get. She goes, "Oh, I need a new carpet." I went, "You ain't getting a new carpet out of me." I said, "That was dead anyway, that carpet." And he ended up getting me mate to redecorate the front room, the bedroom, and all that. And he gave me a quote,
Yeah.
and I went to the insurance and gave it to him.
Yeah.
They paid me straight out for the works to be done. And then he said it didn't come as much as what I expected, actually, and I actually made 600 quid out of it. Yeah. So it was, yeah, but it got done. Well, I've used it, yeah, insurance once. Nightmare.
Thankfully, I don't like that you've asked that question. Now I feel like you've
He's
jinxed me.
yeah.
You've jinxed me,
He's
but
classed
You've
about
had
home,
no
isn't he?
bad like experiences.
I've,
Everyone has sort of small ones. And
I've had loads. Set
I've
fire,
had-
house on fire.
I can imagine
God,
with you.
yeah. I've had a couple of incidents, but like nothing like. I had a ceiling come down. Well, not come down, but water come through a ceiling on a job that I done not too long ago. But when I do my paperwork, I write it in there. Anything existing is not.
So you
nothing to
strict
do
with all
me.
your terms and conditions. You have all that set out.
Is that
when you do jobs?
pressurising low pressure pipe work?
That was yeah. It was. They had a vented cylinder, but they wanted an unvented cylinder. And then what it was, someone had used this old. What was it? Something gold. Something plastic
Something
pipe.
gold.
Yeah, it was plastic pipes, but it was. Yeah, one of the fittings had just popped off after we put it under pressure. And yeah, so I fixed it and everything, but there was they needed to do a bit of decorating and stuff. It weren't like bad, but
So you went and fixed it for free?
it happened while I was still there.
Right.
So they'd actually gone away. I was working, the house was empty, and literally just before they got back, there was water coming through the ceiling. And I
So
thought, oh, fuck's sake.
what about if it was 2 weeks later? Would you charge them to fix the leak?
If it was nothing to do with me,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And then obviously the decorating's down to them as well.
Yeah, like because I think that you've got to be, like I think when you're on the job, you've got to be fair, and you know, you can do whatever. Like if something happens, you can just do it, you know, whatever. But if it's nothing to do with what you've done, like if they've, you know, if you've said, right, we're going to convert it to pressurized, but there's a chance that this might happen, and if you've got any old like existing pipes or anything like that, I can't be reliable for that. Do you know what I mean? Liable for it because I didn't fit it. I don't know about it, and I'll get people to sign a bit of paper to say, you know, they accept all of that, and they do. So, and then like if something does go wrong, I'm happy to fix it. But if it's not my fault, then I won't be doing it for free.
No, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Can't forget about our flue kidding me. How'd you say it?
Half flew kidding me.
There's not many hashtags out there. is there?
our flue
Not many
kidding
people
me.
keep a hashtag going, but you.
Mate, that's been going for a long time.
Did you start it on Twitter?
Twitter, yeah, a long time.
How
ago.
long ago was that?
I don't even know. Probably like 2017 or something.
Yeah.
Man's been around for a long time, isn't he? No.
Been about for a bit, mate.
Yeah, hashtag.
There are some, but to be fair, the amount of flues you see around London, and you think to yourself,
Who's done that?
Like,
why? Yeah, why have you done that? And like, what does that look like on the inside if that's what it looks like outside?
do you know what? But most of the flues in London are probably illegal as well because they're out on footpaths.
Yeah.
I remember that, right? I phoned up Gas Safe and I said to him, I went, listen, I've got that Scotch bloke. Do you ever phone him? Have you ever got hold of him?
No.
It's funny he was, right? I said to him, listen, I need to put a boiler in, but it's terminating on a footpath. I went, like, can I have that? Like, because the old one was in, you went, no, you can't. I went, well, hang on a minute. I went, I said, I fucking see loads of them out on the footpaths. And he goes, Peter, there's late. When I drive down the M1, I see people driving 100 mile an hour. Don't make it fucking right now, does it? And I thought, you know what? He's got a point there, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
What about the white bit showing? I think ideal boilers, you're not allowed the white bit showing, are you? Well, every manufacturer.
Ideal, Hotterton, you're not. Worcester
Valent.
you can, Valent you can, 300 mil. Worcester you can.
It's whether it's UV rated
Depends
or
on the
not.
material,
That's
yeah.
the
Why
rule.
don't they just make them all UV rated?
I think they are starting to do that.
It costs
But-
more, maybe.
Yeah. So,
How much more?
yeah.
I mean, they're fucking aluminium exchanges in the fucking ideal, isn't it? Like, how's that?
But yeah, you do. There's tons out there, and like sometimes you just drive along, like you say, you look at one and you go, "Oh my god,
Mate.
But yeah, I love it. People just take a photo, put it on socials, tag me up. I'll flew kidding me.
I got one at the moment on my estate. I pass it every day.
Yeah.
Like, it's a vertical flue.
Yeah.
And it's like that.
Yeah.
Out the roof.
It's just sticking out the roof like that. I'm thinking, is that still connected in there?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's
Like,
just a 45.
it's just like that. I'm like, ow.
I
Like,
think my mate, you know Jamie Wild, he tagged me in one the other day, and it was literally him standing on the balcony and like zooming around with his camera, and he was going 1, 2,
Yeah.
and they, like that. They was all just like that.
Yeah.
But you think, how are they like that? Like what's happening on the inside?
that's mad, isn't it? Like screws in flues.
Yeah,
So that is, if you ain't got them on a Valent, that's at risk, innit?
yeah.
So what's that, mate? Like other boiler companies don't screw them, sort of thing. How do these rules?
Well, it's just
Why don't they-
manufacturers' instructions,
you
isn't
know,
it?
but why don't they put it? Why don't Gas Safe put it across the board? No, you got to screw them.
Why don't Gas Safe do it?
But why? No, but why?
Because they passed the buck.
But they're the ones who enforce it, aren't they? They're the one who's meant to be the council. They're the ones who set
meant to be, yeah.
set the standard.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not slagging off Gas Safe, by the way.
I just
all
said
right?
they passed the bar. I'll take that back.
Yeah. Well, you're all right. You ain't got it anymore, I have. But like, why not across the board? Why make it confusing? Why, if that's a thing? Because we all know why they're screwed. Yeah, that's to stop people like builders and that pulling them out from the outside or whatever. There was a case of it where in a tower block where they was putting what do they call
It's
it?
outside installation.
Outside insulation on. All of just pulling them
pull
out,
them out, yeah.
pushing them back in, all short.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So why don't they make it so they can't be? You know.
One for rule for one for another, isn't it?
Well, I suppose but to me, it's just a no-brainer, really. You'd just put it across the industry, wouldn't you? You don't have like a 10. You don't for one boiler have you only have to have a you only have to test it at 20 millibar that boiler.
Yeah.
This boiler, you can test it at 18 millibar for leaks. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit like that in a way.
Well, they're all different in there. They've all got their own rules, and you just got to kind of like play. The tricky bit is, I think, is if you're like a service engineer or a repair person, then you're going to see loads and loads of different boilers. You've got to learn all the different, like what the manufacturers say for that boiler. But I suppose if you're doing loads of that, you soon pick it all up.
You do see some shit though, don't you?
You do, yeah.
Your go-to boiler's Valent then?
My go-to boiler is Valent, yeah. Always.
They are good boilers, aren't they?
Yeah. You're on good terms with Valent, aren't you?
Yeah.
Going on holiday with them this year?
No. no.
What's that?
You did go to their HQ though on the launch, didn't you?
I did, yeah, for their new
Was that
boiler.
good?
Went to Germany.
Was it fun?
It was fun.
Germany, was it fun?
It was, yeah. It was.
Just don't seem like a fun place to me, Germany.
Well, it was good. What
I
do you
don't know.
mean,
I mean, it's got history in it.
Well, you got to let it go.
I just being that thing, but no. But the humour out there is good, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
They've not been known for it
No.
over the years, have they?
But no, it was good. It was. We went up to the main factory there in Remscheid and had a good look round, and they showed us the new boiler and all the testing and everything.
It is a good boiler though.
It
It's
is a good
banging in
boiler.
it. I remember I spoke to you about it. It's a
Yeah.
banging boiler. I've put a few of them in now, and they are a banging boiler. I've got to admit, I love them.
Yeah,
But,
What
but
model is that?
pricey.
the new Ecotech Plus.
They are quite chunky, aren't they?
They are expensive. You are paying for it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
But they are wicked piece of kit.
very good bit of kit, but yeah.
What
same
do you
as
say
anything.
customers are going for now? Like, how do you, if someone wanted a boiler,
Cheap. That's
how
what
do you give them like a cheap version and a...
So it always depends on the customer, I think, like, and the situation.
deserves a Biazi.
But like, if you go in and you have a conversation with them, and like you can sort of chat and walk through things, and you sort of get a feel for what they want, but whether they can sort of afford that as well is another thing. So like, it's always worth, I think, going in, having a chat, finding out if they want like the best of the best, and if they want like the good controls that do all the modulation and everything like that, if they want the app access so they can monitor it and stuff like that, if they want all of the good stuff, that's great, and you can go away, do them a quote for that, that's brilliant. But I think sometimes if you just do that, you might go away, and bearing in mind we have just said the Valent Ecotech Plus is at the top end of the market there price wise, they might look at that bottom line number and go, oh my God, I'm not going that. And then like next person might have come in, quoted something completely different, and the number's a lot less. And then it doesn't matter how good that boiler is or how good you sold it. If they can't afford it, they can't afford it. So I think it's always worth just going in, doing the same thing you always do, giving them the quote for the best or whatever you spoke about. But then also on there, you can put on like maybe a lower spec model. So like for me, if I'm doing Valent, I'll do the Ecotech Plus, and then I'll do them an Ecotech Pro, like if it's a combi, an Ecotech Pro. And I'll just do like the 10 years, say, for the good one, 7 years for like the lower spec model warranty, and then like put on just like third party controls or something. And like, you can do it you'll still get a good product, but it gives you two different price points. So hopefully then they look at it and then they're just choosing between that one or that one rather than you and the other person. So hopefully you still get to do it and you win the job. But that's just by doing a second price option.
Even someone could come in with a 5-year warranty, couldn't they?
Yeah.
Even cheaper.
But this is the thing. Across the industries, like we're talking about servicing, across the installation industry, the prices are they're like that. They're
So different, isn't it?
So
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
And like sometimes people will go in at an outlandish price of like so cheap, it's not even worth a day rate of putting in a boiler, and you think to yourself, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Like why? Why are you bringing that? Because they don't realise they bring the whole industry down. And I know the people who do it, right? They're like moonlighters from companies like what we used to work for. They'll get all their material, they'll nick all their materials, or donate them from whatever.
Yeah.
They'll have leftover materials.
Yeah.
We all know.
Yeah.
And then they'll go and do the job and supply the pipe and all that and say, oh, it's only X amount labour. But they're making money on all the free materials they've got.
Yeah.
And they're just doing it because it's bunts money. It's not business to them.
Not business money.
It's just
yeah.
bunts.
Yeah.
Bunts money, business money. That's what it's all about. And that's who you're up against. But what they don't realise is they're just injuring the industry the whole way through. It's going to affect them in the end.
I think it is interesting because it's like,
And that's exactly the same as heat pumps. That's going that way as well.
yeah, but that's a lot more money.
Yeah.
But it is. There is definitely a big like disparity in like installers and what they charge, but I think it's not always just about that. It's like it's also the quality of your work because you can't compare everyone on the same level.
No.
And like as well, it's bearing in mind if you're going to do, let's say you are doing a nicer job, that might take you longer as well. So it's whether people want to, are willing to pay for you to do that job. Like if you've marketed yourself in that way, like if they've seen you on Instagram, for instance, and they see the kind of work you do, they know what you do, they might say, yeah, look, I've seen what you do, I want you to do it. And then like, maybe me, it would take me a bit longer than someone else. But my prices are not always based on like days as such. It's just like, that's the job.
Price work.
Yeah, it's like, that's how
Ask
much.
him. You know you want to ask him, Keiran.
No, I don't.
Ask him. You want to ask him
You
how
want
much
the-
he
you want
charges
the clickbait,
for a
mate.
boiler install.
No, I don't want
You
to
do.
ask
You
that.
asked the last person.
Don't mean I've got to ask you.
He looked like him and all, didn't he? Right?
Right. No.
I know. I won't ask him then. How much? What do you charge?
Varies, doesn't it, mate? It varies.
It's
But
hard to say a price.
Do you go
it's not a day rate.
shit job, good job?
No, a job's a job. So a job is a job. Like if I'm doing it, that's how much it's going to cost.
Yeah.
Like hopefully I can do it within this time frame. If it runs over a little bit, I might wear that.
I want a bag. I want a bag for a boiler change.
Well, that's about right, isn't it?
Got the answer. See why I got him there? He knows. I know.
But that's what I mean. But there's another little controversial type thing. But it's like, the big not national companies, but them like type of companies that get the leads and then they pay people to go and do it.
Oh yeah, I know the ones you're talking
You know
about.
the ones?
Yeah, I won't name them on your podcast. We don't want you to get in trouble, do we? We won't say anything about it.
But
I
they-
know the ones you're talking about.
Yeah, but they like obviously they're getting the work and they're sending people out to do it. But so for me personally, I feel like the people that are doing it, I'm not saying they're going to go and do a bad job, but it's just a job. Like they don't care. Like
It's a day rate.
This is just a day rate, exactly. There's no customer relationships there. Like if I come and fit a boiler for you, like
You're going around there for a barbecue after, innit? You know what I mean?
That's it. Crack open a beer. Let's go. But it's like I'm looking after that. That boiler's my boiler.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? I'm going to be looking after that for years to come.
Don't you like going back to your old boiler,
I
to your
love it,
boilers
mate.
to service? You just think
I love
this
it.
is brilliant.
That's
yeah?
what I mean. That's why. Like for 13 years working for myself now, I've got 13 years worth of servicing. And that's why that always keeps me ticking over.
Yeah.
Always. It's just repeat work. As long as you stay on top of that and keep it coming through.
Well, your phone number don't get taken away from me. You know what I mean?
So that's the key to longevity.
not
then, isn't
bitter.
It is
But
really.
yeah, that's the key, isn't it?
Yeah, because like it's kind of just stuff like that. If you can just secure that repeat business, like year on year, and then bearing in mind when you're doing new works each year as well, that's going to be hopefully repeat business for next year. It just builds up and builds up. So like even if you was to come through and like let's say have a quiet period in your diaries or whatever, the phone goes a bit quiet, like hopefully if you've done all your repeat business work and stuff, like you're going to have them ready to go. Like so you should always have something to kind of fall back on.
Yeah.
So it's always nice to get new work coming in, but you've got to look after your old work as well.
Might have to make a few phone calls later. Have to go through the Baxi toolbox and the Valent one and Ideal one, go down all my customers and say, you need a boiler service, you need a boiler service, you need a boiler service.
Yeah,
Look at all the boilers you've registered.
Yeah.
yeah, that's it. But it's
two.
a good way. But it's a good. And another thing I say to people as well, like online and stuff, sometimes is like it's a really simple question, right? But like if you're going to do a boiler service, all you got to say to someone is, "Oh, while I'm there, is there anything else that you need doing?" It's a simple question, and you'd be surprised the amount of time they say, "Oh, actually, yeah, I need this doing or this doing," and it's a simple question, and you could all of a sudden just drum up a little bit of extra work.
You know my take on that while I'm here thing. Like, if I turn around to a customer and said, while I'm here, do you want me? They go, you've changed your tune.
Yeah, but no, this is before you get there.
Right, okay, right.
Like when you're booking in the service,
Gotcha.
Say, is there anything else that needs doing?
Right.
Yeah, if they say it while I'm there, I'm like, no, we'll do this another time.
Yeah,
So do it before you actually get there.
Yeah. Right. No, that's not
Because then
bad
they can't
idea.
just say it when you're there because you've already asked the question.
Yeah, I need my tyres changed on my Peugeot.
Yeah, but it's just little things like that. You know?
What's that thing you put in the other day? I see it.
Go on.
What was it? It was that Valent little box thing. What was it?
Okay, that was the heat pump job.
That was the heat pump job.
Yeah, so that's a hydraulic station.
Right,
So
okay.
like, you know, I'm not, like I said, I'm no professional on this. I'm very much was on the job learning. But that box, from what I could understand, was they had the heat pump outside. You've had the flow and return that come in. That goes into this hydraulic station. And then inside that box, I think it had like it had the expansion vessel, it had a diverter valve, it had like a backup heater in there as well. And you could wire this box up on 3-phase or single phase.
All right.
So that backup heater, if you needed one, would be 6 kilowatt or 9 kilowatt, I think. But basically, a lot of the stuff inside that box is things that you could get to be external, but it's all just been packaged.
A combi.
It's
a little combi. It's a little combi
but
for
that's
your
what it is.
thing.
But it's like the diverter valve in there will split it so you can go priority hot water.
Yeah.
So you've got 2 coming out that goes to the cylinder, or you've got the 2 that come out and goes towards like the heating system. So, and then it's whether you have buffers and all of that kind of stuff. Like there's a lot to learn.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what that was, and I thought that was pretty interesting. And they said to me, actually, this isn't something that you're going to see on every job. This is quite, might be a bit different. But yeah, I thought it was quite good. I got right stuck into that. Done a bit of a plant room.
It weren't that heavy though, was it?
Oh, it's only.
I thought he's got a bit buff. He's picking up the Valent and putting it on the wall.
Yeah, that's it. Throwing it about. But yeah, no, it's quite a light unit. There's no like big stainless steel heat exchangers in there or nothing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's cool.
By the time this podcast go out, you will have been to installer.
Yes.
You going there this year? What are you thinking of installer this year? Is this on the agenda?
Mate, I look forward to it every year. I think it's a bit of a holiday, really. I think.
Yeah.
Because like everyone works really hard, don't they, throughout the year, and that's what goes without saying. We do work hard as an industry, so I think to take like a day or two just out to go and visit something like that is well worth doing, because there's genuinely there's so many people there, like brands and manufacturers. So like if you was whatever job you do, whether it's boilers, plumbing, whatever, there will be a manufacturer there of whatever you deal with, and like that's your time to go and like see it and ask them questions about stuff, and you can really like take a lot of knowledge away, and you can find new products and all of that. So there's all of that side of it, and then obviously now there's the whole social element of it, which is that's a reason just to go for itself. Like if you're like involved in the community, then everyone knows like other people go in.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I don't know how many of your listeners are on socials or if they just listen on podcasts.
We've only got 3.
Just 3. Yeah. What are their names? But like I say as well to people, like if you see people talking about it and you see that like a bit of the hype and a bit of the buzz, but you don't really get involved and like you don't really talk to other like tradespeople and stuff, it's worth just like doing that just so you can go and get involved. Do you know what I mean? So hopefully, I mean, this has gone out after the show, but hopefully people have done that. And they've gone and they've just met a load of new people, made some new friends, and they had a really nice time. And next year, they're just already thinking, I'm definitely going again next year.
Yeah. It can only get bigger again, can't it?
Yeah, well, it's...
They're going to America.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They are.
Do you do any
and
work
Australia.
at the show or anything? Do you do any work, or you just like?
Not really. I kind of, like, I'm sort of affiliated with a few brands and stuff, so I have to go and like see them and stuff. But I've done it in the past where I've worked a stand for like the full day and all of that. But I kind of feel like it's nice, and I know why people do it. Like there's two reasons people do it. There's moolah. but you can get paid if you should be getting paid. I'd say shouldn't be doing it for free.
No,
people need to understand that. But as well, if you stand on a stand all day, you kind of lose the experience of the show because you're not getting to go around, see everything. You're not going to like talk to all your friends and all of that. So it's nice. It's good to do. And like people as well, like I remember when I first started doing it, it was nice to be like, if a company would say, oh, would you like to come and do this? It was, oh, right, yeah, that's pretty cool. You know, so it is nice, but it's all changed quite a lot now and there is money to it. So I think no one should be like doing that for free because the companies have got budgets for marketing and things. So, you know,
we got to stand, didn't we? We ain't standing around, are we? We're going to be on the move, ain't we? A lot of it.
Annoying people.
Yeah, that's right. You boys go around there and do interviews, didn't you?
Yeah, we're going to do that. It's going to be good days. I can't wait, actually.
We've done it already.
I feel we're really looking forward to this installer than I have
We've
before.
done it already.
What are you talking about?
Oh
yeah, we've done it already. Yeah, technically, we've done it.
Oh yeah. Where are we? In the past or the future now?
Yeah, we have done it. Hopefully, it will have been a good one.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be a good show. Have been a good show.
Yeah.
You know, I've been going to that since 2016 or 17.
Oh, blimey.
And it's really
progressed.
Gone massive now. So, and the addition of you boys and your podcasts and live podcasts. It's a good addition. I like that.
Ah, cheers, mate. We appreciate it. But what do you see in the as we wrap up, because Robbie looks like he wants to go to the toilet and he's wearing sand colour shorts, so like that will show up if he's not careful. What do you see the future of Instagram and all this malarkey, all our business, what we do like on here? Where do you see yourself being in like a couple of years' time? Do you know, will you still be doing this? Do you still be going installer? What do you see?
I mean, it's probably more of the same from me, I'd imagine. Like, I've been doing it for a long time now.
Yeah, it'll be down to the fucking elbows by then.
So, you know, social media and everything, I think it's changed quite a lot over the last few years. So it is different now.
Yeah.
So you've got to try and think of new things to do and different ideas and ways to go. But as much as anything, I think social media, it's great for like meeting people and getting brand deals and stuff. That's what everyone's interested in these days. But forget that. It's also like I see Instagram as like the modern day Yellow Pages.
Yeah.
So like a lot of my customers, they've seen me on Instagram because but they do now, because if people are searching you nowadays, they're going to either Google you, or if they find you, they're going to like maybe look on the socials, and then if you come up on there, they can easily see what you do. So like, as much as I like to go on there and like, I don't know, do some silly bits or have a bit of fun or share some like educational stuff, try and help people out, a bit of tips and this, like I like to just put my actual work on there, and then my potential customers then can see that, they can see what I do, and then hopefully if they see what I do, they can see that I do a good job, and it's like a no-brainer. They just like
Does the majority of your work come from Instagram?
It's quite a lot now. There's a fair bit of it. Not like, maybe not always directly from, but they might have got my number from someone and they've looked it up and then they've seen it. And it's like, it all goes like that. So I think it's
like
good.
a portfolio, isn't it?
It is very much a portfolio, yeah. So, but I like it. But it's everything on it, on social media. It's a good community of people. I met some very good friends from it, including yourself. And you, Keiran.
Yeah.
No, it's all right.
No, it's good. Because they do like have a good like little thing going
I
there.
was saying the other day, it's such a strong community at the minute.
Yeah.
On there.
It is. It's very good. But like people as well, if people are on there, they shouldn't be like worried about getting involved. They should just get involved, because you know there's a lot of people who just watch and they're like, oh, I don't want to. Yeah. You know, but
forget the politics. Just do it.
Politics are just that. It's like, honestly, don't. Yeah. You just got to get
politics. Involved. I call it.
Yeah. It is. It's good. It's very good.
It's
All right.
been a nice
Yeah.
little interview, mate. Thanks for coming down.
That's all
Cheers
right.
for coming.
Getting out of bed early to come here.
I
Do you
know.
that?
I'm not happy about that, mate.
Appreciate
but-
it. We are honoured. we are honoured that he got up
You
to
got any
come
jobs
on our
after
show
this?
earlier than he would to go and fit a Valent. So
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
We've got
Appreciate
a bit
it.
of time. I might go do some work. So
All right.
cheers, Lee.
Yeah, cheers.
nice one. Cheers, guys.